One. What up, guys? I'm Sin.
I'm Joy,
and welcome to Big Girl Pantease,
where you get a plate of positivity with a side of bluntness with accountability for dessert because
accountability ain't a dirty word. To all of our new Pantease gang, we want to say thank you so much for checking this out. If this is your very first time, we want to say welcome. We ask that you go over to YouTube and everywhere you listen to your DSPs and check out Big Girl Pantease. We have season 1 and season 2. And to all of our returning Pantease gang, we love you, we love you, we love you. We thank you so much for the love and support. Again, going into our 8th episode of season 2. Thank you. We ask that you please like, share, and subscribe on all of our pages. You can find us at Big Girl Pantease on Instagram and Facebook. And then please follow me at Sin_Big Girl Pantease on Instagram. And you can follow Joy at
Ms. MS Joy in the City. I am a Sex and the City fan. I know I say that every time. I think that's pretty obvious. But Ms. Joy in the City. So here we are. This is actually episode 18. Episode 8
of season 2.
Of season 2. So this is actually our overall 18th episode.
Yep.
Very proud of us because we made it past 2.
That part, because a lot of people was probably looking like these heifers ain't gonna make past
first
4
of all,
episodes.
I know them in real life. We'll see. No.
Oh, I know them too. I know them too, but it is what it is, you know.
But no, I'm sorry. Just to get,
that's why we don't. That's why I'm glad we didn't come out during retrograde. We waited.
Yeah, you wasn't.
That was the
us.
best. You wasn't gonna catch us out there.
No, we wasn't.
Throat chakra.
Throat chakra. So today's episode, as usual, is a conversation that we had that's never gonna change because that's where all the ideas usually come from.
Yep.
And it's kind of a controversial topic because it could be seen in different ways. It's actually much more of a negative connotation.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's not positive. You're not gonna be proud.
Nope.
But without further ado, side Pantease. Yes.
Have you ever been a side?
Have you ever been a French fry? Have you ever been a mashed potato?
Beans, greens, tomatoes, lamb, ham, whole.
You name it.
Yes.
So a side, but not just being a side bitch. I mean, well, not being a side person in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like you could be a dude who's a side. You could be a woman who's a side.
You could be a side to your job. You could be a side to your self-growth.
And that's basically what we're touching on today. Like we looked at our lives and realized where we were treating certain things like a side bitch.
Yep.
Like, your passion.
Yep.
And your job. Like
your savings account, because you like to travel 4 times a year. And then you look back and say, damn. That.
Yeah.
Not budgeting properly like you used to.
So that's
because the money flowing and you don't know how to act.
See, but she's a problem.
What's in a curse?
I think Biggie said it best: more money, more problems.
More money.
Because when you make more money, you actually spend more money. Mm-hmm. So you could be making $150,000 a year and have the same savings account as somebody who's making $20,000 a year because you don't know how to manage your money.
That part.
I feel seen for myself, but my point is. My point is money management. So today we're going to talk about what you've made a side bitch in your life.
Yep.
So to get started, we have our bullets and our notes and our points, and then we're going to end it off with even more transparency.
Yeah, we're going to get very transparent.
We're going to give our own French fry story.
Our own.
I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody says.
Side slice story.
So I say, and at some point in your life,
everybody's done it. Let's be clear.
Once. And if you haven't, you know what? I was looking at the
Chavez
wrong camera for a second because I guess I was trying to veer off because I wasn't trying to be real myself. But everybody in life has at some point done something that they're not proud of.
Of course.
Now, here's the thing. If you continue to do it when you know better, then it's a choice. Okay, granted, it's a choice when you get into it in the first place. Leave me alone. I'm working through this as we're working through it.
Yeah, but you gonna blow up. Now I feel extra shitty for this conversation, for the story I got to tell at the end.
Shitty.
Because I'm like, when you let something go on for months.
There ain't no but. Oh, girl.
It's not a mistake.
Oh, we gonna have a fun one today.
This is gonna be interesting. So y'all ask for transparency.
Here you go. So your job, to start off, you have a passion, right? Whatever that passion is. Every single person has something that they're passionate about. Now, are they making money from it if they're blessed?
Mm-hmm.
If they're blessed.
It's a small percentage that does.
And I'm trying to get into that percent. But the people who get up and do what they love as a passion, as a career, are some very blessed people.
Yes.
Because most people aren't able to do that. They have rent, children, responsibilities.
Most people that they're at their jobs, they're absolutely miserable because it pays the bills.
Right, but it
They have to
doesn't
do
pay.
it.
But it doesn't pay the bill to your soul.
Nope.
It makes no deposits to your soul. It makes no deposits into what makes you happy. And it's not a fleeting thing. Like it's your birthright to be happy. I think there's so much sadness and so much negativity in the world that we forget that when we were born, we weren't miserable. When we were born perfect. We were born
Society.
happy. We were born loving ourselves. We
Yeah.
were born without prejudice, without racism. We were born. And life comes and beats you down with a stick.
If you let it.
If you let it.
If you let
And
it.
it's your job as in this human experience, because this is what we're having, a human experience. It's your job to find what you're passionate about and not care about what anybody else is talking about, because everybody's passion is different.
Unfortunately, because of social media, that's extremely hard for people to do. So back in the days, before there was social media, you was out there grinding and only the close circle around
No
you.
one are keeping aligning.
Yeah, you was out there grinding and doing your thing by yourself, and only your close circle knew. Now on social media, you put up what you're doing, you go into the comments, and you have the people that's jealous of what you're doing, hating. You have people that don't know you hating. Everyone has an opinion, and even the strongest.
Even worse when they look and don't say shit.
And don't say nothing.
I think that might be more hurtful. I'd rather you talk shit to me.
No.
What I hate is how many of y'all saw my shit?
No, but you know what? I understand. That one doesn't bother me. You know why? Because
I'm like, you a motherfucker.
If you wasn't so in tune with what I'm doing, and you would tune out, you would not follow anymore. So the fact that you don't say anything, but you just want to be a lurker, and we appreciate you guys
follow you
all
doesn't
the
mean
time.
they don't follow you.
No,
remember that.
Of course. So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you have to realize social media, unfortunately, is a blessing and a curse. It can put your passion and your dream out there for the masses to see. Hence what we're doing right now, our brand, our podcast. But at the same time, you got the chick in the corner or the dude that's hating, that's not doing nothing with their life, and they want to come into your comments and beat down what you're saying. And for some people, and most people, unfortunately, they don't have the strength to tune out to the comments. They lit that. Even celebrities have admitted that
like
they
the
can't
comments, they read the comments. Like, don't do it, baby.
Turn your comment section off if you're promoting your stuff, because if you're not, some people are not strong enough.
Trying to say we sensitive.
Some people are sensitive, and
nothing
that's
wrong
okay.
with that. It's
you
nothing
just have
wrong
to
with being sensitive.
It's not, but you have to protect your energy and realize not everybody operates like you. So for those strong ones that's out there, that's like, look, I don't care. I can read the comments and still get up and do what I have to do. That is a beautiful thing. But there's not a lot of people that can do that. Even celebrities.
They struggle
Truth
with it
hurts, lies hurt, or just hating hurts. There's
or
people out there.
Don't be a mean person.
But there's people out there that's what they thrive off of.
You're a meanie.
You're a meanie. You know, a big old meanie.
Like,
you know, so it's if that's the case, then you need to keep. That's why I keep my stuff to myself and only let a very selective group of people know until it's inked out. I did it with my apartment. People didn't like it. I do it with career moves. You will know once my name is signed to that offer letter. I'm not going to let your negative energy or your negative comments, or because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you want to come at me a certain way and mess up my shit. So no. A lot of people don't have they have the passion, but a lot of times also your passion has become your side because you're lazy. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of people are lazy. You can talk about it until the cows come home, but with faith without works is dead. It says it in the Bible. You have to put something into place. You have to write it down, and you have to every day take a step and work towards it, and let the universe and the law of attraction bring back to you what you're putting out. If you're still writing down in your journal talking about what you want to do, and you get up every day and don't make a step towards it, you're allowing your passion to become a side piece, and that's your fault. And you can't blame anybody else, the job, the kids. No, it's up to you to make your dreams happen. And it's not always easy. Trust. I'm not preaching.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not always easy. No, but it's like we just said before, people have other pressing things that, passion is not feeding your kids. Passion is not paying your rent. Again, if you're lucky. But I believe if you try to put a little bit more into that passion, then you may be able to turn that around. So And also,
Baby
even
steps.
if it's not something to make a career out of, it's called passion projects. It's something that you do for you that makes you feel good and makes you able to get up and go to the job that you're not really happy about.
Yep.
Get up and take care of the responsibilities that you've created more with more of a smile on your face, because at the end of the day, you cannot pour from an empty cup, no matter who you are, no matter if you're a wife, a mother, a professor, a office manager, anything that you do, a celebrity, whatever, whatever you do, there's nothing, you are not able to pour from an empty cup. And I believe as women, we empty our cup consistently
all the time to everybody,
to everyone, and then we become
rarely are
angry.
we poured into.
We become angry and we don't know why. And the truth is, we're not pouring into ourselves. So
Yep.
don't let your passion become your side bitch to everything around you, because you're gonna end up miserable. Because on your deathbed,
shoulda, coulda, woulda is the worst way to feel.
The worst. I would have rather did it and failed.
Oh, I'll try something all day long and fail at it and
not
happily
have done it and wonder what is.
If you're a receptionist and you love photography, it don't take nothing to go to the store, buy a camera, and
you can even buy a refurbished camera, because I know cameras are expensive.
Much. Yes, but it doesn't take much. Or everyone, you spent $1,500 on your damn iPhone or your Android. Pick this up. They always talking about pixels and the camera's supposed to be so great. Yeah. Start somewhere, because at least you're feeding your passion. Because guess what? The law of attraction will wind up and have someone, you will stumble upon a store after that 2 weeks later, and then this camera that you always been looking at is now 40% off. Oh, guess what? You can afford it now. And until that happens, or if that never happens, use what you got to get what you want. It don't take much.
Okay, Players Club.
It don't take much.
Ronnie.
Pop the collar.
Okay, Ronnie.
All right.
Right. Gotta use what you got to get what you want.
Everybody knows that is the golden rule. Well, one of them.
There's a few others, but go ahead, Ronnie.
It's time to no, you know where I've been aside at my job? I've been aside because I have allowed, this is a different side. I have allowed, I'm not going to say what job, when, where, who. I'm still in corporate. I don't like to give away too much. I like my paycheck, okay?
You got good at
job. I got good at job. I ain't trying to mess that up for nobody out there, okay? I'm transparent, but so much. So with that being said, at a job, to a point, at a job, I was aside because I had to silence myself because of a person that I worked with.
I know which job you're talking about.
Yeah. And because of who they reported to, I felt that I couldn't be my authentic self. I allowed myself to be disrespected at times. And if you know me, let's just pause on that.
That was hard.
I bit my lip.
Really like that job.
Y'all, I bit my tongue so much to it almost bled on a daily basis. And it's because I like nice things. I like the roof over my head. I like my apartment. I like being able to travel. I like being able to buy the things I want to buy, going to a restaurant and eat and don't have to worry about looking at what the price of the lamb chops or the steak that I want is. I can afford it, and I wasn't always in that predicament. So the fact that I am now, I'm trying to keep that, okay? And with that being said, sometimes you got to take the L in a way at the job and bite your tongue. For business, for corporate, you have to play the part. You know, if you're in corporate America, you got to play the part.
Yeah.
You know the parts you got to play, and you got to play it you got to play it.
Yep.
And I hate doing that because I don't know how to be fake, but I had to bite my tongue to keep my job because what's the alternative? I say and go off and do that, and then they be looking for someone to replace me, and then this person
will still
be there. So I'm not doing that. So I had to be aside and say, I'm going to let you have that. And that was extremely hard. But as you get older, you have to realize time and place. And I had to figure out another way to go around it. And, you know, that's why HR is there. And I'll just say that.
Boom.
Didn't have that problem anymore.
Yeah. Then next.
That's it. And on that note, don't come for me unless I send for you.
Okay, bitch.
Kenya Moore, twirl and twirl. Yeah, don't do it. And that person had to learn a lesson, and it is what it is. But sometimes you got to really bite your tongue. That shit is hard.
Because sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes it's important to look at the bigger picture and also pick your battles.
Paycheck.
Right.
Unemployment is not where it's at.
It's not where it's at, and making a third or a fourth of what you're making now.
Unemployment is the same in New York City as it is in Kansas City, and that is absolutely abysmal to me. I can't even fathom But
I
yeah.
think that unemployment should be based on what you made. But
Thank
you know what?
you.
That's a
They
whole
would
nother,
never.
That's a whole
And
nother
then they'll
conversation.
tax you even higher because you know they always gonna get their money, get mad when
Right,
people
but then
have
you could
side
choose.
jobs. See, corporate don't get
Look, they don't like sides
y'all
anywhere.
don't like side
They don't like
jobs,
sides anywhere.
but you
no
take
side
30%.
bitches, no side jobs.
Yeah. Y'all take 30% or whatever of our paycheck and then 40% off of our bonus and wonder why we out there braiding hair,
hustling,
making fish sandwiches and frying up meals
cash only.
and
Do not Zelle
doing
me.
bartending.
Do not cash at me. Give me cash money.
Never do Zelle or Cash App because they can track it. They're trying to tax it.
Hold on.
Cash money.
I don't know. We've heard.
Well, yeah, we heard it through the grapevine, but all I'm saying is government mad that we all got side jobs and shit out here, but they taking all of our money. So be smart. Do what you gotta do. That's why they tax. Why you think they had to tax weed? That's why they tax weed in New York City.
I have a whole nother.
That's exactly the reason why they was
about weed. Whenever
born in the projects getting that cash and y'all can't tax it, y'all hotter than fish grease, wasn't y'all?
Where's it? There's a tinfoil hat here. I'm about to ask for it. No, honestly, anytime that I believe that the government gets involved in something that was once free, it always changes the quality of it.
Of course.
So the bud that was being smoked,
the good old
the one when you would get paranoid when the cops came by.
You mean that Sal Diesel? I heard. Just what I heard.
Okay, that's what I've heard.
From back in the day.
From back in the day, the stuff that would get you actually arrested. Now that was real weed.
Should they have you on the
anything that you could buy
your party on? You wake up like 1 o'clock in the morning.
That was good stuff.
We missed it.
That was that weed from back in the day. I don't know about this one now.
Allegedly, I heard.
Allegedly, we've heard. So, yeah, okay. And on to the next. All right. Bitch, you.
Oh my God has a way
of shutting you up.
Shutting you up and telling
okay.
you.
Well, taking care.
I couldn't hold that one. God was like,
taking care of yourself is a side bitch to bad habits.
Yes.
Speaking of bad habits, we were just talking about a bad habit.
Don't, because you know every time I hear that song,
this is the highest cost. That's a whole nother story. That'll be episode 10 of this.
Yes,
I didn't say what it's called, but
that would be episode 10 of season 2.
Season 2. But yeah, okay, you can also have, we all know that we need to be healthier. Yep. I don't know anybody who is, well, no, that's not true. Let me not say that. There are people that are operating at the highest pillar of health, and it's because they've made a choice to do that. Mm-hmm. Normal people, when I say normal, like the majority, which is sad, but it's the truth, we know what we need to do, but we allow our growth and what needs to be done to be a side bitch to our bad habits. Yep. So I know this is the highest cost because you're gonna be fat and all.
Look at Mirror Pantease.
You're gonna your skin's gonna look bad.
Episode. Mirror Pantease. We saying here.
It's not just about your body. It's also about spending. Okay. You know you like to travel. All right. So maybe you shouldn't be at Chop House 4 times a month.
I don't cut that shit down.
I'm talking about myself.
I was bugging.
You don't have to be at every super expensive, trendy restaurant where you like the food, Joy. Yeah, I'm talking to myself.
Like some of them all taste the same. The only one, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The only one I would fuck with is Brooklyn Chop House because say less could say less.
Ooh,
I said it,
girl.
I said it.
Sorry. Well,
Panda. Okay, Harlem. I love my Harlem. I haven't either, but it's all the same.
No, but
shit.
it's black owned, so we're not doing that.
It is black owned, and I love it. But I've heard,
but Chop House is also black owned,
and that's the reason why I fuss with it. And Lagos across the street. Shout out to Lagos.
Oh, you done told people about the spot now.
People know the fucking
spot.
Damn it,
you done told people about Lados now.
Yes, I am. If we're gonna talk about black owned, I'm always gonna big up black owned.
That's true. That's true. That's very, very true.
People would sit here with a Louis Vuitton shirt on, but won't talk about a black owned restaurant. Yes, go check out Lagos and tell them Sin sent you. No, I'm just kidding. Don't be going in there saying like Sin sent you. They be like, we gonna get discounts and shit.
No, just go and spend your money in a black business.
Yes.
But however,
but remember who sent you.
One, and however,
where you heard it.
You need to pull it back together because your budget is now a side bitch. Mm-hmm. You
look at them prices before you go.
No, not even that. Your credit card bill comes. Or if you like me, I check my shit online consistently because I'm like, oh, wait. Wow, you went to this one. You did that. Yeah, you're spending. If you have certain goals that you're trying to meet.
Budget.
If you are continuously going over your budget, if you even have one, then you are trading now for your future. You're essentially trading your future for what feels good now. And
people do the opposite too. I just had a conversation with a friend that I ran into on Thursday after work, and she is so frustrated because she's going through a time right now, back rent, stuff like that.
Okay.
And she has a 401k and don't want to utilize it. And I'm like,
Well,
this is the
here's the
thing.
thing.
We've been trained to save for the future, and
Yes.
then you put all this money into your 401k. You should only be doing that if they really match you and it's really smart to do so.
If not,
But
then you should get a Roth IRA
just get an
or a
IRA
traditional
or just
IRA.
or just I was able, and I'm not everybody's like this, but if you really can rein it in, I was able to save $24,000 to $25,000 in 1 year from 2019 to 2020. And I wasn't even making the money that I'm making right now. It was about budget. These nails that you see right here, I wasn't getting them done at $70 every 2 weeks. That pedicure in between, I learned how to take off the polish and do it myself. Instead of going to Brooklyn Chop House, which is one of my favorite restaurants, at Capitol Grill and Del Frisco's, Frisco's, I had to rein it in. And remember, I'm a bomb ass cook and start cooking at home.
Right.
You do what you have to do when you have it. And if you don't have it, you need to rein it in. Don't go to Brooklyn Chop House and be sitting there with 15 people and y'all arguing over the damn bill.
Oh,
let's not do that.
First of all,
let's not do that.
No.
Get the money together ahead of time, send it to somebody, and then have it paid off.
That's what I did. I had a birthday dinner with 15 people. Everybody sent me the money ahead of time. And when the check came, I put it on my card and got the points.
Paid it
Thanks,
off.
ladies.
Like, that's what you don't do.
We're not doing that.
No, because then you really are aside. Yeah, your budget is like,
your budget
is
you treating your budget like a side. Again, you're trading the right now for your future.
And you're living beyond your means. Stop doing that, because most people that's living beyond their means is doing it for other people. You're doing it to keep up with Joe Schmo. You're buying stuff that you don't need to buy because you can't afford it, and that's okay.
Actually, it's not okay.
No,
don't do it. It's
what
not
I'm saying
okay.
It's okay that it's not within your budget. Don't buy it
yet.
Level up. It's a process to it, and it's okay. Take your time.
I know, because I've been there.
Yes,
I know, because I've been there. I was buying at one of my bigger corporate jobs when I was working at Bloomberg. I had a Bergdorf Goodman card, and I wanted a Gucci bag so bad. My mom always says, if you can't pay for it immediately, you can't afford it. And I didn't understand how credit cards work. This was like I was like 25.
They don't
I
teach
was
you that in
excited.
school.
Nope.
I had
was
13
excited.
credit cards at 25.
Okay.
I know.
I was excited to buy my Gucci bag and just be cute and show I have a Gucci bag. Well, my dumbass paid for it in increments and bought that bag at least twice.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? But nobody ever, well, no, I'm lying. My mother always told me that, because my mom's always been on top of it with her credit. I ignored her. I learned that shit later. But it's not worth it to keep up, because you'll have a closet full of clothes and your bank account will be empty. And what are you going to do with that? You can't invest with that. You look good, but guess what? Trends change every year.
That's
New
why
purses
I don't believe
come
in
out
trends.
every year.
I don't follow
Buy
nobody's
things
trend.
that you want. There's a few items, and I'm not going to ramble on, but there's a few items that I spent quite a bit of money on that I still have, and I love, and I don't regret those. However, there are some things that I look at my closet, I'm like, definitely didn't need that. That was a waste of money.
I bought a Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and I used it once in 17 years.
So
it's brand new. When I say the
probably
use
it in 2 weeks.
My point is, I'm buying stuff that I wasn't even traveling like that at that time. I didn't even have the money to travel.
We were excited to get out of the country once a year. I know how that sounds now.
Once a year.
I know that sounds like, I
had
get
13
it.
credit
but for
cards
us,
at 25 years old. 13. And I'm talking about K-Jeweler, $10,000 credit limit, Zales, Macy's store card, $5,000, Macy's cash card, $5,000.
And here's the thing.
That's buy.
The worst cards to have are store cards.
Yes.
Because they don't give you not even a point.
Card. Yeah. It was horrible. And I had to do consolidated credit. They put me on a 6-year plan, and I paid it off in 4, because instead of asking for that money back out of that $323 I was paying a month, I let it roll over to another account to close them out. And I said, after that, the only thing I have now is my Amex card. I have a Visa card, and that's it. And I spend my Amex card because I get points for it. Yeah. Make it make sense for you.
Yeah, if you're spending, even if you're, this is going to sound funny. So when we're doing those Chop House dinners, or when we're doing our favorite restaurant dinners, we're making sure we're using our cards that have points. So
because you roll that over, because we're always on flights. So you get points.
For her birthday, we went away on points.
Yes.
She used her Amex. I used my Chase Sapphire.
Yep.
So
Stop living beyond your means, people. It ain't worth it. It's levels to this. And if you want
And don't
something
let your
like that, budget.
don't let today be a side bitch to your tomorrow.
Don't let it be. Nope.
Bang.
Nope.
Okay. And on to the next one. On to the next. Oh, overspending. Yeah, taking care of yourself. Oh, wait. Damn. Okay. We rolled all up in there.
We did.
We rolled all up in there.
I have one more, though. I have
Okay.
been aside to my self-care.
Oh.
Because back in the day when I didn't have the money, I was going to the spa every month it used to be a place called the Home Spa in Court Street, Brooklyn. I loved it, Black owned. You know, when you go in and it smells like the right incense, you know, they got the Sade playing and the music, the neo soul and the India Irie. And it was just
It was
a vibe.
back in the day. It was
and
vibe.
Then I'd walk down to my favorite restaurant, Andy's, that was on McDougal Street near Brooklyn Promenade. It used to go downstairs and I would have myself a time.
Shrimp.
Yes, I would have, but my butter shrimp, I would have a time. Sometimes we'd go, sometimes I treat my mom, sometimes I would go just by myself. And I had a ritual: pedicure, manicure, my nails done, and my spa. And I've fallen off from that. I can definitely afford it, but I don't do it like I used to. And I said in 2024, not only am I going to be intentional, which I'm happy to say I've been thus far, and I know the year only started, but 27 days in, I've been intentional, consistent, but I've also started working on realizing that I have to take care of me. I take care of everybody around me, and I will always do it. Show up for my mother, show up for my friends, show up for those that I consider family, which are my friends. However, if I'm no good to anybody else, if I'm not good to myself. So I realize with the job that I have and with the things that I do, I'm constantly moving and shaking, and I need to take better care of my body and have that worked on. I need to take better care of my mental health. So creating boundaries. If I feel I'm triggered, and then the last couple of weeks, I've had conversations with people and I've had to say, not now. You can't rush me. I can't allow someone to rush me into a conversation that I'm not willing to have.
Well, that's a boundary. That's a boundary.
But I'm just learning how to create those boundaries, because the old me would be like, okay, let's have the conversation, even though I didn't want to and knew that I wasn't in a place to be able to be calm and to receive it, right, and have a productive conversation. So even now for my mental health, I'm learning how to say no. Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
And no is a full sentence.
Exclamation.
No. Period.
Exclamation.
That's
point.
A full sentence.
Yeah.
And don't feel a way about saying no, because that's, like you said, it's important for your mental health.
Yeah.
So let's see. And
I think that's all of mine.
Well, today our big girl Pantease was a side bitch.
Yeah.
So we usually we have a set schedule that we film. We come out twice a month. We're working on making it more, but it's costly. But so we have a specific schedule that we're trying to keep as far as when the show comes out. We have a lot of traveling coming up. She has some traveling that she's doing, and we had to push. So we don't usually film on Saturdays. Today is a Saturday, and it's actually the early afternoon, and I'll be having things to do on Saturday night. So this whole week,
I'm just sitting home doing nothing.
No, you know what I got to do. And my point is, so this whole week, we really didn't have a conversation at all about and we always chat ahead of time about what the show would be. We always also do it on Thursdays. So the time came, went, we both had crazy schedules. So we kind of had like a powwow yesterday, but it was like a real quick done, and it was just like, damn, we treating the show like a side bitch today.
Yeah, it was like,
it was a rush. It was like, just get it done. Like, here we are. We had spoken about Side Panties before being a show, and we had some other things that we were trying to deal with, and it was just like, if I can just do Side. And it's like, no,
and that's not how
the show doesn't deserve that.
No. But as you see, we come out here, we're going to always be prepared. We got our bullets. We're going to always rock out, do what we do.
Here.
But we did this year.
I left my makeup at home, but we here.
We did drop the ball. You'll be tan soon, boo boo. I'm pale too. Why you think I got a little makeup on, but it's not our Cartagena. Our Cartagena tan is gone. But we will be re-upping, if you know what that means in the context.
Aquarius season upon us. I'm making fun of you from the last one. Aquarius season comes upon us.
Now it's here. I was saying that shit it was still Scorpio season, because my mom's a Scorpio. I remember saying it.
We had literally just came back. I think it was
Cartagena.
Right, it was passport panties
Yes.
where you were like, Aquarius season coming. So I was like, we just came back from Cartagena.
And it's October. You got a couple of months to go.
It's November. Well,
Now,
we're about to be in February.
We're
so
here,
by the time this drops, what time this drops, it will be February. So
by
Aquarius season
will it be my birthday?
upon us. No,
no.
a few weeks, the week before.
Okay,
we'll work through that.
Yes.
So, in our transparent moments, we also, because we've known each other for such a long time, can't talk about being a side without having a conversation about being a side. So,
oh Lord Jesus!
Once in my life, one night only. Well, one time only.
One time only. Both.
Listen, I'm not proud of it.
I should have had wine for this.
And my karma came back within the same relationship. But I met a guy. I'll say when we met. I met him at a fight party, and we connected immediately. I'll tell you this: we both had BBMs. We had Blackberries, so we were communicating through BBM. Yeah, it's kind of like MySpace at this point. So, anywho,
BBMs was the joint.
BBMs was
I had my Blackberry.
Was Snapchat and all that is now, right? Okay, so we communicated over BBM, and I met him. We exchanged BBMs. I liked him immediately. We were talking. We were continuously like talking. And then we finally, after like talking for about a few weeks, went on our first date. Now, I had heard that maybe he had somebody, but he had never said, shut your ass up, bitch. He had never said it to me. And I can't see your face, but I can see your face, okay? We had conversation. In the conversation, he never mentioned he had a girl, right? Maybe other people had mentioned it to. My point was, he didn't say it to me. He had a girl, right? So, 20-something thing.
No matter if somebody else tell you.
I don't care if somebody. Did he tell me? No. Okay, so let's fast forward. So we go to dinner. We go to dinner at Tao. I've always loved me a nice overpriced Chinese restaurant. That's my thing. So we go to Tao. I'm all dressed up, cute, looking good, smelling good. Got out of work. And we go to dinner. We have a fabulous time. And he basically drops the bomb on me that he's not just in a committed relationship, there's jewelry involved. He was engaged to be married, right? I was taken aback. I was like, because I had, you had a girl. I didn't know you. Wow, do you know how much? Do you know how expensive an engagement ring is? Do you know how much of a commitment? And mind you, we're in our 20s too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, he's like, I get it. I would love to stay friends with you. I'm gonna see, as an adult, Joy, as grown woman, Joy, even if I hadn't, someone didn't say, oh, he had a girl, even with that, I probably would have backed off until he said it. But after that would have been the last time he and I ever spoke. Like, thanks for dinner, delete me off of BBM, have a nice life. As an adult.
You say probably.
I would.
Okay.
Fuck you. You know I would.
When you said okay,
you're
probably,
like, I want to correct. Okay, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. I would. Okay. That would be the last date.
Clarify that.
Okay, I would. I would have never. Okay, however, at this point, your girl was already. She was feeling it.
She was feeling it,
and he was feeling her, and it was awkward. So let me explain, right? I feel like Kevin Hart. Let me explain. So after that, I was like, that's it, boom, all right, friends, whatever, We still stayed in communication and contact, right? We were emotionally cheating. I did not sleep with this man, but we were emotionally, we were cheating. We would talk every day. We knew what was going on in each other's lives. It's like I acted like this woman didn't even exist, and she did. And that was my sick, twisted, girl, love yourself more to get your own man. That ain't your man. And then in my mind, I was like, well, that's just my friend. And that's not just your friend. He would send me flowers to my job once a month on the day we met.
Wait.
I never. He sent flowers to my job. That's how wrapped in we were.
We're gonna have to have a conversation off camera.
Oh no, so I'm gonna keep it real. This is what happened. We never slept together. We went out on dates and he would drop me back home. Never ever. We were falling in love. I know this sounds fucking crazy because he was engaged. Bitch, you sound crazy. I know I sound crazy. I'm telling you. But we were falling in love. And I knew I wasn't just me. You know what I'm saying? You know how when somebody jerking your chain, nah, this motherfucker was not jerking my chain, okay? And I wasn't jerking anything either, as I said. My point, it was emotional. It was
Like I said,
all
we'll talk
emotional.
after.
Then I got to a point, I'm keeping it real. This is it. I got to a point where I started dreaming about wedding dates, right? Because we never talked about her. We knew she existed, but we never talked, which is so crazy to me now that as an adult when I'm rehashing this crazy ass story. Needless
Didn't
to
you
say,
1938 that though?
no, I didn't 1938. This was God. I had a dream, right? That there was a wedding happening on the 23rd of a specific month. And I brought it to him. I was like, look, I had a wild ass dream. And he was so quiet. And I was like, I had a dream of your date. And I told him the date.
Sound like Martin Luther King.
And he was like, it's actually the 5th. What's 2 plus 3? 5.
The fact that he's supposed to be falling in love with somebody and already in love with somebody, motherfuckers ain't
Oh no,
shit.
he wasn't shit. Oh no, and he thought he was a shit because of his job. He had this real high power. Anyway, I'm not gonna blow it up because if I say the job,
high-powered
I'm gonna blow you. Well, no,
high-powered
it was
title,
low
paying, high power. No, it was a high-powered title with low payment. Yeah, the money wasn't there, but the title was.
But the title was. Anyway, so after that, I was like, I can't. Like, I'm not, I have to let this go. Like, I have to let this go because this is fucking my karma. This is breaking my heart. It's so funny. Just breaking my heart. It's like, bitch, you want side bitches breaking your heart. Anyway, so I told him, I was like, leave me alone, blah, 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 blah. So we had separated. I had deleted him off of BBM, da, da, da. 3 weeks later, after the supposed wedding date, I get an email that they got married and didn't sign the paperwork, that he can't stop thinking about me. He can't get me out of his head. He can't blah, blah, blah.
Kylie Minogue can't get
yeah, he went in on the email. Mind you, I didn't respond to the email for about a week because I was just like, I was in love with this man. And I began communication with him. And he moved out of the condo that they lived in and moved back in with his mom. And we started dating. And I actually never slept with him until he had moved out. So
we're pressed for time.
Oh, we're pressed for time. Oh, sorry. So to wrap it up, needless to say, we were in this relationship. We were only in a relationship for a few months. I was never able to enjoy the relationship because of how you get them is how you lose them, baby. You think that this man is a good, honest man when he was with you, when he had a whole fiance. So that never, ever, ever worked. And we ended up moving apart. And then I broke it off with him. And he was already in a new relationship and got the girl pregnant.
Slut bag.
So
he wasn't shit to begin with. He was handsome, but
he was handsome. He was tall. He had a good job. And he was charismatic. I almost said what sign he was.
Admit stuff, everything. Everybody ain't got everything. You don't know who watching.
Cry baby ass. Yeah. If you know signs, you know what it is. So, anywho, my karma came back in the same relationship, and my apologies to that girl who didn't know I existed, that I knew she existed, and for that I'm sorry. And I would never. And don't get it twisted. Oh, it came back to me. My heart was broken in 1,000 pieces. So, to you, Miss Lady. And to myself, Miss Lady, I apologize. That's the time I was a side bitch. One and only time. After that, never again.
I had a similar situation, late 20s, met, I'm going to keep it real. Met a couple.
Ooh, you were a unicorn.
No, wasn't
Oh,
going,
damn.
wasn't walking on over to that other side.
You were like, I like your nigga, I don't
I
like
love
you.
me some straight men,
Sorry, don't get.
basically.
Oops.
But I was in a situation where it was an underground Facebook chat, and
Dirty.
it was of adult conversation, and talking and sharing about things, about 20 of us in the group, and everything is cool. Then we would get together, hang out, no kinky shit. So get that out your brain. We would all just go have drinks and dinner together. But we were like-minded people. You're a person that likes to talk about certain things that is of the sexual nature, what you're into and things like that, and talk about toys and what you're boarding, what's in your goodies bag, because all people should have a goodies bag. Goodies bag is your handcuffs, your this, your that, your feathers, your paddles, whatever it is, whatever make your boat float. Yes, whatever you're into, have a goodies bag. So it was just lighthearted and it was cool. Not everybody, a lot of people are very stiff about their sexual life and what they talk about. So this was an open forum and it was cool. And after maybe the second time that we all went out as a group, me and this person realized, mind you, he was married. Me and him realized we had an attraction, and the fact that we was a part of such a free form, happy-go-lucky kind of chat group, lines get blurred and you cross boundaries. And boundaries was definitely crossed between he and I. It went on for a couple of months. We never actually had sex. But if you're kissing somebody, if you're emotionally connected to somebody, if you're spending time with them in the car, if you're going on dates or going to get some food or going to get drinks at a bar, you're cheating. And I knew what I was doing. I felt horrible doing it. And I got to the point where I just realized one day we were supposed to meet and he couldn't because he had to do something with his wife. And I got an attitude. And that's when it was like, wait the fuck, hold up. You're not only 1000% wrong, but now you got the audacity to get angry when he says, I can't because of his wife and family. What?
Girl, what you doing?
And that's when I remember the date, but I'm not going to say it. And that's when I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This is completely wrong, as we both know, and I have to walk away. And I knew if I didn't at some point in the next couple of weeks, because we were literally falling for each other, this person wanted to leave his wife to be with me. He had conversations to me about that. She was catching on to things, and I had to walk away. And I'm glad that I did, because that is just not who I am as a person. I had a lapse in judgment. I regret it to the high heavens. It's the one thing I've done in my life to where I'm absolutely disgusted with myself. I had to ask God for forgiveness. I had to pray about it. It's still something that haunts me a little bit. And then we didn't have any kind of conversation for about 5 months, 6 months. Everything was done. And then he did not delete the chat in his Facebook chat. She found it and the shit hit the fan.
5 months after you was like, fuck this?
5 months after.
Which just goes to
5
show.
months. Karma will,
dark.
what's meant to come out what's happened in the dark will come out in light. And I thought that I had escaped it. I felt bad, but I was like, all right, at least we didn't have sex. And I knew if we would have kept going, seeing each other, it would have led to that.
Something.
Because we were too attracted to each other and the feelings were there. And I'm glad that it happened the way it happened, because the fact that I was not able to go gentle into that good night, and the fact that I was exposed, it stuck with me so bad, and I felt so much more like shit because of how I made her feel. And I apologize if she ever sees this, or anybody that knows the situation sees this. I apologize for being a weak ass bitch. That is the truth. I'm not even gonna lie. I was selfish and greedy. That is not the type of person I've ever been. And the worst part is I was cheated on before that in 2 different relationships. So I guess I was lashing out and not giving a fuck because I had it already done
Done
to
to
me.
you.
And that's the worst thing you can do as
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
To do what's already been
Nope.
done to you,
Nope.
I broke the woman code. And I
Yeah.
feel like shit to this day that I've done it, but it was a once and only happened once. I've never had that situation again. The first question I ask, are you married? Do you have
a girlfriend?
Do you have a girlfriend? Who do you live with?
Her?
Do you have children? Do you have biological children? Do you have children on the way? Did someone in the womb?
I love that one. Do you have children? No. She's 8 months pregnant. Do you have a baby on
the
way?
way. Because dudes would say no, and she pops the baby out 3 days later. But technically, it wasn't in the world yet. You got to know the questions.
It was in the world when she got pregnant.
That part. And you knew she was coming for the last 8 months, 9 months. So that was a once in a lifetime situation that happened. It would never happen again. I am so happy that it kind of blew up in my face, because then that was guaranteed never to happen again. When you're embarrassed,
you ain't
and your shit is put out there, and then you already feel like shit, you're like, nah, I'm so good on this.
I'm a hard
no one's
pass.
that fine. Not even Method Man. And I love me some Method Man. Method Man is married.
Married.
I wouldn't.
And I heard she will cut a bitch.
You can tell she can fight.
You
can look at her and tell she can fight. I would never. I don't want someone else's canned goods.
Yeah.
I want my own man.
That part.
I don't want no one else's canned goods. Too.
I don't want your man. I want my man.
Yeah. Your man might want me, but
that's not my problem.
That's not my problem.
But I want my own man. And on that, well,
and then,
full transparency for that ass.
Yeah, I asked for transparency and we gave it. So
yeah,
that's what this is about.
Evolved Pantease.
Yes.
Evolution Pantease. Isn't that a show? That is a show in season 1. Go back and check it out.
Panties,
yes. Evolution, for real. So if you made it this far, we just want to say thank you so much for rocking with us, listening to us.
Appreciate the love and support.
All that good stuff.
Yep.
And we are going to check you out next time.
The next time you see us, we're actually going to be golden and have...
Nope, not quite.
Shit, we have one more?
Well, you got one more and then the golden.
Oh, then the last one.
We'll be golden.
The last episode of season 2, we're going to be golden, and it's going to be so dope because the topic for that one is going to be a really good one. We're going to keep that under wraps.
For now.
But yeah, thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Have a great rest of your 2024, your January.
2024. I'm like,
just
girl, we
put it out there.
No, you ready?
Good juju for the whole year. Good juju for the whole year. You got to be intentional from January.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Peace out. Head over to YouTube and watch our stuff.
Peace.
Thanks. Bye.